let's fucking go. That seems to be hashtag LFG. Let's fucking go. Yeah. So we'll transition from that into probably the other most notable quarterback news of the week. So maybe getting a step closer is Colin Kaepernick as he had a workout on Wednesday with the Raiders. Early reports, he still remains unsigned, but early reports are that the workout went well. He worked out in front of Raiders coaches and scouts, and although Josh McDaniels, the Raiders head coach, declined to comment, and we'll get into some of what he said in a second. Rappaport reported that initial buzz was that Kaepernick looked good in the workout. So whether this leads to him signing a contract remains to be seen, but it's at least the next step.
Yeah, it's a lot more than he's gotten in. It's way
absolutely.
More than he's
the first
gotten.
organized workout. This is the first time a team's brought him into their building since 2017 when Seattle brought him in.
Yeah,
and they didn't end up signing him, but there's been teams that have talked to him before. He's of course thrown in. He's had a couple different throwing sessions, in front of the league, and then most recently at the Michigan spring game. So. This is definitely the furthest he's gotten so far. Obviously, as we've mentioned several times, he hasn't played since the end of the 2016 season.
Right. So. It's surprising, like the turnaround for him, because the Raiders owner Mark Davis previously was stated saying he deserves every chance in the world to become a quarterback in the NFL. I stand by it. If our coaches and general manager want to bring him in or want him to be the quarterback on this team, I welcome it with open arms. And that's a big turnaround from at least what most of the NFL or the entire NFL has treated him like for the last several years. To have at least even one team, make a statement like that about him, that bodes well for his future. I would say at least as maybe landing a backup job somewhere.
And you have to give it to the Raiders because the Raiders are an organization that for a long time have made a commitment to equality. After Madden stepped down as the head coach, the Raiders. Appointed Tom Flores as head coach, who was like one of the first minority head coaches as a Hispanic head coach. He was also, Tom Flores, the same guy, was the former Raiders quarterback, and he was like one of the first Hispanic quarterbacks. So the Raiders have set a lot of trends. They also hired Art Shell, who was one of the first black head coaches. They've had women in their front office staff before a lot of places. So the Raiders have kind of, shown that they're not afraid to make diverse moves, and obviously Kaepernick with all of his social justice work, a lot of teams probably don't want to approach that, but
I imagine also a part of it is that with the whole John Gruden situation and the bad press that they've had, maybe they're thinking in order to make I'm just speculating, obviously, to curse in favor of some kind. It's like, oh well, let's bring in Kaepernick. We're open-minded. We had John Gruden. No, he made us look bad, so now we're going to do that. I hope that's not the case. Hopefully, they actually want to see what he can do and give him an opportunity to have a job. There's no reason that he should. If he's able to do it, there's no reason that he shouldn't be allowed to play.
Well, if he comes in and he looks good, I don't see how you can't take a serious look at signing him, especially with. Obviously, you've got Derek Carr. He's your starter. Kaepernick's not going to come in here and and
the rest of their quarterbacks are a complete joke clown show.
Exactly. Yeah, I was going to go through the list. They recently traded for Jared Stidham, who was former 4th round pick from the Patriots. They got him in a recent trade where they sent him in a 7th round pick to New England for a 6th rounder. They have Nick Mullins.
And they got all Nicky Mullins. Yeah, I was trying to beat you to saying it.
Sorry. Yeah. And then they've got Chase Garbers, who I am completely unfamiliar with. So,
same here. No clue who that is.
Yeah, Kaepernick's got to be better than Mullins. And
I would
Garbers.
Imagine so. Like Mullins, Mullins is actually probably the best of those three, I would assume. Yeah, but Mullins is complete garbage. So
he's done some good things in the league, but he's just a turnover machine.
But yeah, man, he might. Yeah, I'm telling you, you don't know. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah,
that was a painful season, or most of the season.
Yeah, I mean, if you've resorted to playing Nick Mullins, you're in trouble at that point. So, yeah, I mean, Wednesday's workout, obviously, first step in a long 5-year journey back to potentially an NFL roster. However, just a step at this point. And as of today, Friday, he remains unsigned. So we'll have to see. I mean, I think this is significant, though, because bringing him in takes like we said on the other, or I think like I said on the other show, like nobody wants to be the first one to bring him in. And now that the Raiders have, I think, maybe now it's like if you've got a quarterback that gets injured, maybe you kick the tires on him. Maybe it's something.
I think also with enough time, maybe they're realizing like, what happened with him in the first place really wasn't exactly right. He shouldn't have been out of the league, based on what happened. So, and the way that the league has kind of changed their stances in the last few years on things like that. That's probably why, Roger Goodell is saying he would encourage, any team in the league to sign the quarterback. So
the league does a lot of social justice work now. So
exactly.
That's been significant.
So I would imagine if they're going to go that route, and that's what they're doing, which is great, and that's what Kaepernick was big on. Like, there's for them not to be okay or allow him to at least have the opportunity to play would just be completely hypocritical.
Right.
So at this point, you would think, if he's trying to play, they want to keep up, with what they're trying to promote nowadays and actually be genuine about it, then, they need to give him a chance to play. And if his ability is there, then he should be able to play if a team wants to sign him.
Absolutely. And then just the last thing, like I said, briefly mentioned it before, but just what McDaniels, the new head coach, and listen to this quote. And tell me if this doesn't sound like the most Belichick shit ever. And I mean, you got to keep in mind that McDaniels spent the last forever under Belichick as his offensive coordinator in New England. But this is what McDaniels said when asked by the media about signing Kaepernick in the workout. So, just by standard procedure, we will only talk about the people that are on our team. Dave Ziegler and his staff have worked out tons of guys this spring. We really don't make comments about the evaluations that we've made or what they look like, what they didn't look like. They're kind of private for us to look at things and try to make decisions to make the team better. If there's an opportunity to improve the team, we've said it from day one that we would look at every opportunity. And then when asked further about the workout, he said that he's not the first player that we've looked at, and he's not the last one. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to come in and out of this building. The evaluations that we make are private for us, and if we make a decision to add someone to the team, then we'll do it.
Like that wishy-washy, it's like, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it. If we like the guy, we're going to do it. If we don't, we don't. Yeah. It's like, there's no real answer there.
Very unclear. Very, very secretive. But yeah, it's definitely... remains to be seen if they end up signing him. But, I
hope he gets signed somewhere. If he can still play, man, like, I really hope he gets signed somewhere. He gets a chance somewhere.
I think that he's got to be better than, like, Nathan Peterman, some backup.
He's got to be better than, like, numerous people in this. I mean, God, look at the Raiders' goddamn quarterback room behind Derek Carr. It is just a goddamn shit show. That is the worst quarterback room I've literally ever heard in my life. I don't know who Chase Garber even is.
Yeah. Stidham we haven't seen enough of to really know.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know Stidham either. I've heard his name, but I don't know who he is or much about him either.
He was, at one point, they thought that he might be the heir apparent to Brady in New England, and obviously that wasn't the case. But
there's been lots of hype about players that doesn't pan out.
Yeah. But, as far as his career numbers, he completed, just under 60% of his passes for, almost a little over 1,200 yards, 72 touchdowns, 30 picks, ran for 2,300 yards and 13 rushing touchdowns during his career. So it's definitely an explosive player when he was in the league. And we'll see if he gets
his running ability is what gave him that X factor, because his passing ability, as you can see by the numbers, isn't particularly amazing. But it's also not bad. 72 touchdowns to 30 interceptions is not terrible. That's pretty damn good. Yeah. It's not great, but it's not bad. You know what I mean? So, but the fact that he ran for that many yards, for 13 touchdowns, that adds a lot. That was
definitely what made him an X factor for sure.
Yeah.
If you're not already, make sure that you like and subscribe and follow us on all of the social media platforms. and check out our other video clips, like the Niners news update.
And the Commander's Countdown.
That's right. See you next week, everybody.